The title is I've Been Hacked. What now? Is this an okay volume for you to hear online if I'm trying to get the back of the room? Very excellent. I've been hacked. Now what? So this is the question that was asked to me when a friend approached me and said that her bank account had been compromised 3 times in the last 6 months. And this third time came right after she got a new phone. First of all, yikes. I'm sorry. That is a lot of stress. Secondly, I gotta get more details if I'm gonna try and help. The most important question I can ask her at this point is, how tired of this are you? Because you're either at that point where you're ready to do anything to stop it, or you're not there yet. If you really want this to stop, it's either going to be paying a professional hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars to fix it, or dozens or hundreds of hours of your own time to fix it, most likely a little combination of both. Sorting out a situation like this is as unique as every individual is who could possibly be involved. So my goal is to lay out the thought process so that anyone listening can approach attacking this problem with something like a game plan. The downright pedestrian first step is inventory. That sounds like a cybersecurity diet staple, does it not? I mean, it's like Jason Bourne is in the room with us. Now, seriously though, inventory. Do you have a cell phone, laptop, desktop, home Wi-Fi? What devices are connected to your home Wi-Fi network? Doorbell? Treadmill? Okay, so let's say that this inventory involves most of what I just mentioned. In this case, the bank account's been compromised, the cell phone's been switched out. But what has not been switched? What hasn't changed? The phone's SIM card, that hasn't changed. The desktop that is used to access the bank account. The laptop that is used to access the bank account. Everything on the home Wi-Fi. So now the fastest, easiest answer is the most straightforward. Just go down to Best Buy, get a new phone, get a new laptop, get a new desktop, a new Wi-Fi router, all new electronic devices, and then you're good. Don't transfer anything over from your old life. Just start a new one, run away to Bermuda. It'll be great. For the rest of us mere mortals, what we'll need to do is a little more complex than that. Start with step 1. Find a geek. Someone that can back up and save those files that you want, the old pictures, the old tax documents, things like that, but also can scan those and make sure that's not where there's something malicious. Side note, every time I have helped someone do anything along these lines, it's usually been 2, maybe 3 minutes before I have found the folders and files that they thought were hidden from anyone else who might be on their computer. No, they're not. If I'm helping you get something malicious off your computer, I'm going to need access to the entire computer. If you've been downloading anything, pictures, videos, from the exciting parts of the internet, I'm not here to judge. I'm going to tell you that's probably where the maliciousness is coming from. And most likely that's going to be the first thing I'm going to tell you. We got to get rid of that. As a side note to my side note, that was a side note, I will note that my rates for this sort of job start at $150 an hour and includes a robust non-disclosure agreement. Step number 2, work with your geek to set up, buy, and get working a password manager. I have over 300 passwords. I can tell you that because I have a password manager. They're over 25 characters long, they're complex, they're changed regularly, they're unique, and I have no clue what most of them are because it's in my password manager, I put it in there, I forget about it. Also, set up multi-factor or two-factor authentication. Most of us will recognize that as a 6-digit code that's on our phone, or there's a little token that's on our keychain that has a 6-digit code. It changes every 30 seconds. That's multi-factor authentication. You could get a code texted to your phone, not quite as secure, better than nothing. So, step 3. You don't necessarily need a brand new phone, but when you're calling your cell phone provider, they should not be verifying who you are, asking for the last 4 of your social, asking for the last 4 of your payment, debit, credit card, asking for your birthday, your address, or anything else that anybody can grab out of your mailbox and learn about you. It should be a PIN or a password that you put in your password manager, and then you forget about it and never have to deal with it again. If you can't tell, I love password managers. So the new phone does need to be factory reset. It does need to be wiped. Also, a new SIM card is very likely, in this case, where there's been repeat compromises the bank account, you're going to need a new SIM card. Some cell providers, T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, they don't like giving you new SIM cards. You may have to fight them for it. It may end up being a new phone number. For my part, it might be a few days or weeks before I tell anyone that I have a new phone number. I'm going to enjoy the silence. Step 4, you do not necessarily need a brand new computer, new desktop or laptop, but they do need to be wiped. They need to be formatted. Your geek can help with this. Also tell your geek you want new firmware. It doesn't have to be updated, just overwritten. Your geek will know how to do this. Also, just a key. Step 5, now you have files backed up, password manager, update passwords, a clean phone, clean desktop, clean laptop. Last, not least, is your home Wi-Fi network. What is on there? What connects at home that you have an app for? Do you have a thermostat that you can change while you're on vacation? My friend is a surgeon, and he has a barbecue smoker with an app. So I'm not saying he's done this, but he could check the temperature of his brisket in between gallbladder surgeries. What else do we have? Thermostats, doorbells, baby monitor. Why are you checking a baby monitor from vacation? Never mind. Let's not go there. Appliances, smart TVs, smart light bulbs. If any of that can be accessed from your phone, anywhere from your phone, anyone else can access it too. Strong passwords. Throw it in your password manager, forget about it. Now, all of that's been changed, is the time to head back to your bank or your credit union and tell them, I've been compromised multiple times. Please help me get set up. Close out my old accounts, give me new accounts, new cards, new PINs. Let's make this work. I understand this sounds like a lot of work because it is a lot of work. And at this point, many people would be asking, Dan, what can I do to not ever have to deal with this? Number 1, tread very cautiously when you see anything free online. We've gotten used to a lot of free things, but computer programmers are people too. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it, I know, but they like to get paid when they work. If it's free, immediately question. Adobe Photoshop, for instance, between $200 and $300, or a monthly subscription. If it's not Adobe giving you a free trial, that's a red flag. Number 2, that goes double for downloading any images, pictures, videos, you know what I mean, that are free. Step 3, password manager. I came right back around to it. Last, use two-factor or multi-factor everywhere possible. I hope that no one listening right now is in this situation, but I've put this together as a high-level, call it a checklist, method for anyone looking how they can get started. I promise you, there is always a solution. There is a way out. Just solve one problem, then another, and taking one step at a time, you will get there. Thank you.